Hi, I'm Emile Flowers with the Divorce Lending Association, and I'm a certified divorce lending professional or CDLP. And this is part of our divorce literacy series. Today, I'm here with Krista Shelton, and she has a company called Focused Forensic Solutions. I met her at the Missouri Bar Family Law Conference where
Hmm.
she was a speaker and I was a speaker. And she and her team are amazing. And we hit it off right away. We had so much to talk about. And
Likewise, by the way.
I just, I'm so excited to share her with all of you because she has something so special today that you are just going to just flip over. It's going to be awesome. So,
It is.
yes, Krista,
Yes.
tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do, please.
Sure. Sure. So again, my name is Krista Shelton. I'm the president of Focus Forensic Solutions. And, FFS is a forensic accounting and fraud investigation company. And what we do, we specialize in analyzing and organizing financial information. So, we're talking about bank statements and tax returns at the end of the day. And so we look for all the relevant information and, conduct the necessary analysis and then provide our clients with an accurate, report that's really easy to understand. And so we do a lot of divorce work because people do try to hide their income sometimes. And so I'm super excited to be here and we're going to talk about this new product that we have and see where it goes.
I love it. So you have a different background than just, hey, I own this company and it just came from nowhere. Tell
Yes.
me a little bit about where this interest came from.
Yes. So I worked for the Internal Revenue Service for 13 and a half years. I started as a revenue agent where I was conducting audits on small businesses on the tax returns, and then ultimately moved over to the criminal side. And so I ended up becoming a special agent and was a special agent with the federal government for just over 10 years. And, in that position, I investigated potential violations of the Internal Revenue Code and any kind of other financial crimes like money laundering and violations of the Bank Secrecy Act. And so
So
that's the beauty of this company is, I started Focus Forensic 3 years ago, and I have, really built my team on based on our experience with the IRS. So 9 years of experience working financial investigations for the federal government. And so we really pull on that experience to, try to help our clients.
I love that. I had to bring that up because it's not like this popped out of nowhere and you have no experience. You have a ton of experience, and it means a lot in divorce because people can potentially want to or try to hide
Yes.
assets and other things from the the other spouse, and you are a necessary entity in the divorce realm. You just are. So
Well,
I
yes, I believe so too, because
you are, yeah, for sure. You've got to be like just part of the team here, the professional divorce team. So
yeah.
you have a special program
Oh,
that I
yes.
cannot wait for you to tell us about. Please, please, please tell us about this program.
Okay, so this new product is called the red flag analysis. And the scenario around this product is that we want to receive and analyze your first round of discovery that you get in a divorce case. So, I mean, what we're focusing on really is tax returns and bank statements. And we are going to use all of our experience and we are going to do some tests and we are going to analyze, tax returns and again, and bank statements. And then, we're going to look for suspicious activity. We're looking for red flags. And so the beauty of this is, if we do find red flags, then we kind of provide, we come up with a plan of the best way to tackle them. We come up with additional records that may be important, and to make final determinations. We come up with deposition questions to help the attorneys know what to ask. Yes, I mean it's and again, I mean we have been doing this for so long. I have been inside and out of small business financial statements. And, I just think there's, that's the biggest for somebody to manipulate their income is when they have a small business. And so that's really, the ideal scenario that would work in this case.
Okay, and I know that you came with two different scenarios, and then after that, I'm
Yes.
going to have you explain the icing on the cake, which we'll get to. But
Yes.
let's go into a couple of different scenarios that come from the red flags analysis when
Yes.
you are hired to do this. So tell me a little bit about each one of those.
Yes, I will. And so, well, I mean, this is, pretty high level. And of course, we take client confidentiality very seriously. So no names will be used in these discussions. But I did have an individual contact me, and she had some major concerns about her husband, or, soon to be ex-husband, hiding money in his plumbing company. And so she had actually already identified some weird things, like, for instance, he shut down the one business and then opened up a new one in the same company name, which is just, again, it's something that's suspicious and needs to be looked at.
Okay.
And so, we did our red flag analysis. We analyzed the tax returns and looked for anomalies and discrepancies and things that, really stood out to us. And then we really dived deep into the bank statements. And what we ended up discovering in this case was that he started shifting a ton of his personal expenses over to the business account. And so what that ends up doing is reducing his income, right? And so then if your income is reduced and then you're basing a child support or, any kind of other spousal maintenance based on these incorrect numbers, I mean, the future loss on that can be huge. And so just in this one particular case, we found almost $60,000 a year that he was, claiming on a business return that was, 100%, personal expenses. And so we made, we were able to put together some schedules that she was able to use. But then again, it's kind of the same deal. We ended up providing some questions that she was able to use, or her attorney was able to use, and some additional records to look for, and that one's still an ongoing case, but it's turning out like we're really helping her.
That's fantastic.
Yes, and on top of that, I mean, we're helping the attorneys. I mean,
yes,
yes,
yeah,
and
they need
again,
it.
we have the experience working the cases, right? We've been in the courtrooms. We know not to send emails, and we know how to document the things. We know how to pick out the key, facts that support what they're trying to get at, and the ideal goal is basically just to find some leverage.
Yeah. No, I agree. People forget that the attorneys are there for legal. That's it. Nothing else. They don't know mortgage guidelines. They don't know forensic accounting. They're not there, to do a financial analysis. That's not their job. They're there because they're there for the legalities of everything. And so much responsibility is put on them to be all these people and wear all these hats. And when really, they can just bring in people like us to help them, and it's perfect. Tell me about one more scenario. Maybe that just, you did the analysis and, nothing really showed up like they thought.
Yes. Well, this goes along with kind of what you're saying with attorneys getting, their clients coming in. And so this particular case was an attorney who contacted me, and her client was convinced that her spouse, or, soon to be ex-spouse, was hiding money. And, she wouldn't let it go, couldn't let it go, but the attorney wasn't really sure what to do. And so, we ended up doing the red flag analysis, and it was squeaky clean. We didn't find, I mean, and again, we would never say there's no fraud ever. But I mean, there just wasn't. There was nothing that was of concern at all. And the point I want to make about this is, the client was initially kind of frustrated that we didn't find anything, right?
Yeah, that
She
happens too.
called me about a week later and thanked me because more than anything, what we were able to do is give her peace of mind.
Absolutely.
She knows at this point that she's not going to get screwed by, by this person. And
Yeah.
so I think that's, and not to mention the attorney gets some peace of mind in that
Yes.
scenario as well.
Yeah, and I love that because, at the end of the day, peace of mind is really what everybody's looking for in order to move forward.
Yes.
And they really can't do it if there's that nagging feeling,
Yes.
in the back of their head. And I agree with that
Yeah.
1000%. So tell me, Krista,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, am I going to have to like take out a loan for your services? I mean, how much is this service going to cost me? Because it sounds like it is a very expensive service. So tell me.
Well, we have developed this program so that we are able to offer it at a flat rate, which I think is the best thing about this.
I love it.
So when you sign up for the red flag analysis, you are not agreeing to an hourly rate paid by a consultant where you have no control over the amount of hours that are worked, other than, initiating a termination. And so with this program, we want all of the standard initial discovery, which is the things that your attorneys are, either you as the attorney or, your attorney
Right.
is, standard things that they're requesting. And
Yes.
so, yeah. So we do, the product starts at a low rate of $3,500. And that includes up to a 3-year tax return comparison, as well as a bank account analysis. We always look at what discovery has been requested and compare it to what you've received. And so we always, giving feedback as far as if there's missing documents. And, with a bank account analysis, there are so many clues in those accounts that when you're trained to look for them, we can put together all kinds of things. We can look for unreported income. We can look at the expense side on a small business. But more than that, we also look for, other hidden assets. Is there a county tax receipts to a county where you don't know that you own any boats? I mean, think of that scenario, right?
Wow. Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
think about even just transfers to other accounts, and maybe it wouldn't click in your head that it was a completely separate bank account. And so we just look for every clue that we possibly can, and then really try to decide if there's something there that should be pursued or if not.
That is amazing. I
Yes.
I mean, for everything that you're getting for that,
Mhm.
and how complete that I know that you are already, because I've seen you present.
Well,
I
thank
have talked to
you.
you. I did my research, peeps. Like
Oh.
she's it. Um, $3,500 is a steal. That's amazing. So
Yeah. And at the end of the day, we want to help people. We want
yeah,
to,
you're
you
going to
know,
revolutionize forensic accounting
I
for
hope so.
so many people. That's
Yeah, I hope so.
amazing. Oh, I love that. Okay. Well, anything else that you want to share with anybody? I really want
Well,
them to know how to get in touch with you, but if you have more to share, go for
yes.
it.
Well, the only thing I would suggest is, we have started a weekly blog on LinkedIn. And so we try to provide, value information for both, individuals and for small businesses and for attorneys. And
Okay.
so check that out.
I can
And then we
include that in
will,
your little
oh,
thing
yeah,
when we release it too. Yeah.
that'd be great.
Okay.
And then, if you have any questions, we can be found on focusforensic.com. And we have a phone number that's present on there too. And we're free consultations, so give
Free
us a call if you have,
consultations.
yeah, give us a call. And
Yeah.
yeah, give us a call if you have any concerns, and we will try to help you get to the bottom of it.
I love this. Love it. I love everything about it. I have just thought the world of you since I met you.
Well,
Um,
the feeling is mutual. So Emily is also absolutely amazing.
I cannot wait to share this with the world, and cannot wait to see um, more of what you do, and share more of what you do. But I'll
Yeah.
definitely put a link to her blog in here as well. And if you have any questions, or have trouble getting a hold of her, trust me, get a hold of me. I'll help you get a hold of her. No issue there whatsoever.
Yeah.
So thank you so much
Yep. Thank
for
you. Thank you for having me. This is great.
awesome. Well, enjoy your day.
I will. You too.